You know, I got a bone to pick with some of these people that are building trucks, building cars, building trucks, building Restomods, whatever they're doing. There's a lot of people out there that won't have a functional park brake. I know it sounds like not a big deal, especially if it's an automatic and it has park, I get it, but it's a safety feature at the end of the day. So this is my 59 Viking behind me. We're doing a Cummins swap. It's sitting on an 03 Ram 2500 chassis. And we're gonna make the parking brake work. Yes, it's an automatic. It's got a park pull, it'll hold it, but something just doesn't sit right with me about that. You need to have a functional park brake. So as I said, 03 chassis. The park brake cable originally comes up here. And basically I cut the hole for the original Dodge grommet. Same kind of hole that would have been in the Dodge cab. This comes through, it actually ends up being a really good length. Basically I'll just have to kind of secure it down there, but comes up into the cab right there. So I am utilizing the factory Ram pedal. Like I said, here's that grommet where it comes through the floor. And the funny thing on this old 59 is this actually ends up fitting quite well. Basically, you're gonna end up with a hole back there. One's going to be up here, which is a pretty solid mounting spot. Then the last one is right about there, you can see. I'll be building just a little bit of a bracket. It'll pretty much come off of here, and we'll just make a bracket right over here to bolt that onto. And that should make it pretty secure. So as you can see, these are our 3 mounting points. This one's just a flat bar across, not welded on the back. This one's a little tab, comes up to here, welded onto there. And then this one is a hole drilled into the body. The nut is welded to this plate, and then this plate is welded to the body. That was the best way of doing it without having to reach in the back here to hold the nut. And that plate gives it a little bit of extra strength. And then there's also this plate that sits over in this corner here, right about there. Just had to drill this hole in it, and then basically this plate just gets sandwiched between the park brake pedal and this little bracket behind it. And then the only modification that I made to the actual pedal itself is right here. We cut this and moved the pedal, basically kicked it over this way, just because if you actually look at the contour of this cab, it goes like this. So your pedal is mounted on this kind of an angle, but I wanted the pedal to be more straight up and down to match the brake pedal. So I had to kind of kick the pedal out this way a little bit. So as you will see here, once it's mounted, it is straight up and down. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw this back in, and that should be where it sits finally before this thing gets torn back down for good. There you have it. That is the fully installed parking brake pedal out of an 03 Dodge into a 59 Chevy truck. Now you can kind of see what I was talking about, how we just kind of kicked this pedal over. It was more like on this kind of an angle, so kicked it to be just a little bit straighter. As you can see here, full range of motion, pretty much maxing out the actual movement of the pedal itself. This is the release. And then obviously there's no cable hooked up to it right now, so there's no spring pressure to bring this pedal back. But this is the actual release that would have been on the dash. This rod I'm probably gonna just pull off, and I think I'm gonna make some kind of a cover to go over this. I don't know if it'll be out of wood or sheet metal, just something that comes out and then goes straight back to the firewall. So I'll probably have some sort of short little handle that you can just see the handle, probably a T-handle type thing, as a release, and that pretty much should cover that up. It doesn't take up too much of your foot space. You've still got quite a bit of room over here, so I'm not really worried about that. But I am actually really happy with how well this turned out. Like, all the mounting points worked out in really good spots, and that cable ended up in a really nice spot, and it's just long enough to be able to make this work. So yeah, super happy with how that turned out. If you're doing a similar project, this works out pretty well. That's gonna do it for this video. We still have lots to come on this thing. In the next video, you'll probably see either the steering shaft from the column to the box or the automatic shift cable up to the column. I got my adapter kit here, so we might try fitting that up. One of the two, gotta figure something out there. So check us out in the next video. If you wanna see more on this truck, check out the build series that's on the channel. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to like the video, comment down below if you got anything to say, and we'll see you in the next one.